I'm gonna go to Aquaventure. And I'm also gonna take my sunglasses this time because I cannot deal with this heat. Alright, Aquaventure, here we go! $100,000 water park. Aquaventure is the world's largest water park, if you didn't know. On the way to Aquaventure, you have a what is this? Little Atlantis playground. It's like a mini Aquaventure, I'd say. It's playground. Oh, Aquaventure Express. I think there's a bus I need to take for Aquaventure. So I hop on the small bus. I also get this blue wristband which I need to use for all the rides that I'll go on to. I pass through the Bay Balloon and some of the private beaches. And the way the park is structured is there are towers where I could go to, and the bus will take me to each tower, so I do not have to walk everywhere. I could just take a bus and then go to the next tower. Another option was I could have gone to the East Tower and went through this passageway, and this would have taken me straight to the Aquaventure water park or at the start of the water park. Right, so let's start. The first thing we'll do is surfing. Haha, just kidding. I'll first go to Barracudas, then from there I'll go to guest services. From there I'll get a towel and some slippers. From here, next to the guest services, they have lockers. So I'll go to the lockers and I'll put all of my stuff in there. And then from there, I'll go to the changing room. The slippers that they give help a lot when you're walking outside barefoot. And the towels are handy too. I'll also take a quick shower before I head into the water park. Alright, now I can go to my first ride. This is Surf's Up. This is like regular surfing. They create some waves for us and then we'll try surfing on those waves. Honestly, this was not as fun as the other rides. Going forward, I found Splashers Mountain, and Splashers playgrounds are just for kids to enjoy because they usually don't have the height or the weight limit to go on the larger rides. Also found Splashers Island, so again kids play area, they could hang out in these places. There are a lot of sunbeds over here and people are just leaving all of their stuff on the sunbeds and leaving. So it looks like nobody really robs or like takes somebody else's stuff here. Next I came across another water sports where I could have done kayaking or something similar, but I skipped this. And I headed to my first tower, which is the Neptune Tower. There are a lot of tube rides that you could do over here, but my favorite one was the Leap of Faith. After that horrifying ride, I decided I'll take something easier. So I go ahead, grab a tube for myself and head towards Shark Lagoon. And then this was the view from inside the cave. I could not see anything actually. I could barely make out if there is any fish at all, let alone a shark fish. Like, look at how much better it looks like from outside. All of the fishes, the ray fish, the shark fishes, and from inside I could barely see anything. So I decided to go once more once it's less sunny, and the results were not much better again. It's the same thing where I could barely make out any fish, and I could see the sky but pretty much no fish at all from inside. And then I randomly see a shark and a ray fish around me, so mission accomplished. Then I take my tube and go to this machine where it launches me straight into the river rapids. But the entire river was so huge, it took me around the entire hotel and the water park. And I came out of this island then. But it was fun. They kept pushing me through this machine and raging rapids as well. And then I leave the river to go to Poseidon's Tower, which is the next big tower. So this tower had two body slides and two group rides. The green tubes are Zoomerango and Aquaconda, which is the world's largest tube water slide. And I screamed during both of them, especially during Zoomerango, where at one point it just drops you from a certain height. And the body slides were even more horrifying. I felt like I'm skydiving, just free falling for the entire duration. So from there, I head over to this place where Atlas is holding the entire world on his head. This place was called Atlas Village. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ankit Presents World's Largest Water Park. Okay, so there wasn't a lot of things I could do over here. There was Starbucks and some guest services, changing rooms and lockers, but I didn't need any of that. The reason I was here for was the Dolphin Bay reception where I could go and see the dolphin shows. But I was late for it and the dolphin shows had already ended. So I just ended up watching this behind the scenes thing of people I assume just training their dolphins. Also, I'm so close to Hotel Royale from this point. They also invited me to a behind the scenes of the dolphin show, but I was late for that as well. Then I went to a lagoon where I put on a vest and went into the raging rapids, which was not as fun as the tube one. And there was this small playing area again for kids, I assume. It's called Splashers Cove. It's like a mini Trident Tower, but for kids who cannot go on the larger slides. And then there was diving from around 3 meters. It's called Immortal Falls, but I could not do it. So I just headed towards the next destination, and this was Trident Tower. This was the third and the last tower. It also had the most number of rides compared to the other two towers. I started with Medusa's Lair and Hydra Racer. The light green one is the Medusa's Lair and blue one is Hydra Racer. These are like solo rides, but you can do it with other people since there are multiple lanes. And it looks like they grow all of the grass that is here. Both the rides were good, but I liked Medusa's Lair more than Hydra Racer, mainly because Medusa's Lair had a lot more twists and turns. Also, you can see that the rides have multiple lanes, so you could race someone at the same time and see who is reaching the bottom at the same time as you. I actually enjoyed the sculptures of Medusa and Hydra as well. They looked really scary. Also for Hydra Racer, I didn't know that I had to take a mat which I could get from here and then go all the way up with my own mat. So I had to go up and down a couple of times to do that. The only complaint that I have from the rides is that I have to walk up all the way every time I have to go start a ride. There are no elevators, nothing, just walk all the way up there. I wanted to try the other rides and there were like a lot of rides over here, so I went for Shockwave and Odyssey of Terror. There was Vortex, which is like a 360-degree ride just behind me. And then this is Odyssey of Terror. It's the world's tallest water slide, and I definitely got some airtime while doing it. And the blue one is Shockwave, which is the world's longest family water coaster. It is like super long, and you could have up to like 5 or 6 people on this thing. So it was very long and a lot of twists and turns, not as scary as Odyssey of Terror because kids could also go on this, but nonetheless. This is how they took all of the tours back up for the rides. But my favorite one by far was the purple one, which is at the very top. It's called Blackout. I'd say it's the most thrilling ride in the entire park. And with that, I was done with all of the rides. So I came to this beach type area right next to the water park to get a good view of the city. And from here, I spotted Burj Al Arab Jumeirah, which is the only 7-star hotel in the entire world. Also, I think this is the closest I've been to the Royale Hotel. This is literally the entrance to the Royale Hotel from here. So the water park actually connects both of the hotels from one end to the other.